Hello and welcome to Monday Morning Meditation. This month, we will take the subject of fear. And so every Monday, I will bring a little excerpt for you on fear. And this will be taken from this fantastic book that you've known before, Human Nature by Torkom Saraydarian. And I will read different parts from it just to highlight the idea of fear and why we should cultivate fearlessness. And then I will have us do some fantastic visualization exercises taken from this book, New Dimensions in Healing. This is one fantastic book. If you don't have it, I suggest you get one. Treat yourself as a gift to yourself. It's fantastic. So we will take a meditation from there, and that will be from chapter 20, titled Recharging and Healing Meditation. And every week we will do just a little bit different from the week before. We will take different seed thoughts that are within this meditation. So stay with me on these Mondays, and let's begin today with this fantastic topic. Fear is gripping all of humanity. And as long as we identify, this is the keynote, remember this, as long as we identify with our physical nature, our emotional nature, and our lower mind, we will link into, hook into, dial into the fear of humanity, the fear of the earth itself, because fear is in the earth of matter itself. Okay, so let's look at that first sentence on page 355 from this book, Human Nature. Torkom writes, fear puts a limit on our progress and achievements. This is such a serious statement. So, just biologically, you all know this. When we are in fear, adrenaline pumps up, and we respond to fear by all our glands and organs being tight and ready for that flight or fight syndrome. Now, if we have this feeling of fear in a prolonged basis in our lives, we get dangerous outcomes for our physical body starts wearing down. Our emotions get tired and we link more and more into the fear and give up. Our mind links into that lower mind fear of humanity, and we are easily manipulated, easily put in an instantaneous fear, and easily do whatever other people want us to do. Worst of all, our psychic nature is wounded, and this is the most serious part of this topic. So I don't want you to be afraid of this topic. You need to understand it, study it, and observe yourself how you can become fearless, absolutely fearless. Disciples, spiritual people, people who do good in the world must be able to cultivate that physical fearlessness, emotional fearlessness, and then I would like to say, reach up to your higher mind, to your soul, to that light of the divine power in you, the divine direction in you. Link into that and become slowly, slowly more fearless. Let's go to page 360. And I would really recommend that you read these pages and you take words, you take sentences or phrases, and you meditate on them. And then you look at yourself and say, when am I in fear? Study it so you can put the brakes on it. And what kind of effect is it having on my life? All right, so page 360. Torkom writes, once fear is injected into our psychic system, okay, this is important, of a person, it works like a poison. Okay, it works like a poison. It disintegrates many etheric, astral, and mental mechanisms and forces the person to commit various crimes to protect himself or others at the expense of the well being of others. Look at that. It is so interesting. It disintegrates your etheric body is the energy body that surrounds your physical body, and it is part of your aura. It is not the aura, it is part of your aura that absolutely protects you. And when that etheric body is poisoned, when your emotions are poisoned, when your mind is poisoned, what happens? You sink to the bottom, to the earth, and you're just a plaything of the forces of darkness. And so what happens is they force us to commit crimes. Crimes doesn't just mean go and kill someone or damage buildings and grounds and property. It means to think thoughts of criminality, to wish things and feel things of criminality upon others. These are so important that we cannot hook into that, because when we do, we go exactly in that pattern in the higher worlds. And the higher worlds amplifies these fears and these psychic mix-ups. Now, what he says next is fear plays a huge role in destroying the health and happiness of people. Haven't we seen that this year? 2020 is going to be the year of ruining our health and happiness, and fear is full of, because of the COVID-19, because of the financial downturn and all the things that people have lost and missed. This has happened and it's playing a huge role. It's so important right now for us to cultivate the keynote of fearlessness. People suppressed by fear, listen to this carefully, engage in many anti-survival activities and eventually lead themselves into the path of unending troubles. I want you to think about that and see what happens when people are in fear. Observe people, observe yourself. That moment of fear that you had, what did it do to you? How did you feel? How did you interact with other people? In the future, people will discover the roads of our many illnesses originated from fear. This is what Torkom writes. This is based on his lifelong study, observation, and counseling with thousands and thousands of people. It's based on his experiences. And he continues by saying, and they will establish research centers to eliminate the scourge of fear. It is a scourge. Of course, this will require the changing of almost all conditions of life on the planet. Wow. I'll leave you to think about that. This is what I'm going to read for today so that you can think about this topic, read the rest of this chapter, and I will take highlights from it. I will also take highlights on how to develop fearlessness. Okay, so think about this topic today. See how fear plays a role in your life and how you need to start taking it seriously so that you can remove it. Find out, what is it that I'm afraid of? Is it physical, emotional, mental, psychic, spiritual? What is it? And identify it. If you're ready, let's do our recharging and healing meditation. I always like to give an uplifting meditation. You could do this anytime. We will only take just part of it today, okay? So relax your physical body, sit up straight, and I'd like to see a nice smile on your face. That's really important. Always have a smile. A smile just relaxes you. And in this exercise, Torkom says, if you are able, do the kneeling exercise, which means you kneel down on the floor and you put your head down to bring blood and circulation into your mind and relax you, because sometimes we are just not relaxed when we do meditation. So go ahead and do that exercise if you can. And sit back up and relax and put a smile. First, align your physical, emotional, and mental bodies with your soul. That beautiful power of psychic light in you, psychic love in you, psychic direction in you, where you will have absolutely no fear. And stay in that focus and repeat after me. Lead me, O Lord, from darkness to light, from the unreal to the real, from death to immortality, from chaos to beauty. I imagine a great beauty. And the first focus we are going to have is an eagle flying high in the sky, made up of white light. Go ahead and imagine that. And raise your consciousness into the light and fuse with it, remaining silent emotionally and mentally. Just fuse with it. Become one with that light. There you go. Feel the light penetrate into your mental body first and cleaning it out of all limitations. Just clean it out. See little patches of darkness flow away. What are those limitations? Name a few, 3 or 4, and just let that light clear them. Clear these from the mental body. I'm going to take a few seconds to do that. Now let that light penetrate into your astral nature, which is your emotional body, and purify it from many emotional problems. Don't think, just visualize. Whatever emotional problems you have, let that beautiful white light pour it out of your system. Feel the light penetrating into your etheric body, your energy body that surrounds your physical body and protects it. That is very important to keep strong. And just electrify your etheric body. You don't have to think of words, just let that energy flow in and create harmony between your etheric body and your physical body. You're in harmony now. Now visualize again the light of the eagle and see that it is your soul, your solar angel soul, pouring its light on you, surrounding you and electrifying you. And just sit in that beautiful light as we say one Om. I will say one more Om, and you can say it with me to bring that light all over humanity, all of you, all of humanity. Take that light high up and bring it down. Try to stay in that light. Whenever you feel a little fear coming into your mind or your emotions and you can't control it, just sit in that light and imagine that beautiful white eagle light and see that just pouring in you. Okay, thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.